William Johnson, he's fighting away with effectively everybody around him. Will Johnson read the situation perfectly, up into second place. Fabulous work from Will. Will Johnson continuing to lead the race. William Johnson, Will Johnson.
No, Will Johnson.
There we go then, ladies and gentlemen, as we get straight to the 5 red lights, or the 6 red lights. The drivers are ready and the action is underway. We go straight into our reverse grid race number 2 here today, and it's a good start from our pole sitter, which is going to be Harrison King, who's going to take the run down to the first corner and swipe to the inside line from one of the cars in the foreground, which is going to cause a little bit of a momentum loss for Sutton, who is going to be facing penalties for just that in just a couple of moments' time. But Ingram has now taken the lead off of Harrison King, as who's that going so far off of the circuit? That looks like it's going to be Sutton again, whose first lap has gone horribly, I think it's fair to say. James Sutton hoping to pick himself up. We saw Dino Rowlands, that is, and Oliver Sweetman with jump starts to their races, and maybe there might be more to come, or we may well be being harsh on them. We'll see what happens when the race control brings across that information to us, but at the moment it's looking very, very interesting for what is going to happen. Of course, drive-through penalties for jump starts, so we might be seeing fights further down the field that will almost be about 20-30 seconds off. That's going to be a squeeze off of the circuit, and that's going to be drive through. He's been absolutely carnage on lap number 1 here in the reverse grid race, and you can see a car sideways actually in the background. That is going to be Jones, who drops down. Dominic Jones, unfortunately, dropping down to the back of the order and was sideways, but that's going to be almost about 5 cars wide into the first corner. So absolute carnage, as I mentioned. These are the drivers that have earned their position at the time being, of course, with the reverse grid race. It's all about trying. He's already gained so many positions, and he's looking to gain more. He's in the top 10 as it stands. After all, from Jordan Taylor to sweep around the outside with the momentum, but a bit of a slide from Pittman has cost Jordan Taylor, and he's going to have to make that move all over again. Harris might make it slightly worse for him, as they're going to both have a half spin, both able to save it and open up the door for Bailey. Try and come through on both of them. He can get through on one, not the other. Jordan Taylor able to hold on to P10, as that is going to be both sideways, and they're both potentially with damage. But as I say, they continue down the main straight. As I say, perfectacceleration.co.uk/JSCC to get yourself involved, and hopefully we'll be seeing you in a fight like the one we've got at the moment. Jordan Taylor.